What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is another Watch All Rounds video and we are currently looking at the event calendar because this weekend we do have a big banner coming up because Hex is returning. Yes, he is back. And everyone knows how great Hex is. We've spoken about him before. He is a fantastic, he's the biggest single target hitter in the game. Okay, no one can hit harder than him in one hit in the game. He is that good. He's great in a lot of places. Okay, a lot of places. People love Hex. Not only does he look great, he performs better. Okay, so he looks great, but he also performs even better. He is Infernal and he is Piercer, so he's great with Arika. He's amazing with Twin Fiend, so you've got those paired up. So if you don't have Hex, now is your chance to get Hex. I'm not going to talk too much on him because I really do want to talk about Ferssi in this video, the other legendary on the banner who is a new healer and actually promotes some very interesting features, okay? But yeah, Hex, all day long. All day long. If you don't have him, you'll be pulling on this banner. All day long. Ferssi, now, at first glance, doesn't look fantastic, right? But if we consider some other factors, potentially Ferssi could be a top tier hero, depending on what kind of content they bring into the game in the future. But for now, we're going to talk about what he or she does. I'm not going to be assuming genders anymore on the lizard breed. I think, but yeah, I'm not even going to try it. I think this is a male, but I'm not even going to attempt it. Definitely a male, because if it wasn't, they would have given Ferssi massive, yeah. All right, we're going to call him he. So, Ferssi, what does he do? Wide heal, damage reduction, and buff. Does this increase? Hang on. So this does increase, and he's got a really nice wide healing range, or attack range, we'll say. So that's nice to help those support heroes, especially when we start reading the kit, because that's what's important here. We don't want to be going too far out. We do want to be supporting in a width. So let's have a quick look at what he does. After 5 seconds on his talent, without performing any healing, the healing multiplier for the next heal will be increased by 100%. His basic attack grants attack-based healing to one ally in range. Things start to get a little more interesting now, okay? It's the next two that I'm really interested in. Sandy and Spirit, his ultimate, heals all allies in range one time with a 100% healing multiplier and applies a 15% inspiration to 3 allied units with the highest attack for 10 seconds. Now, yes, I know, it is a small inspiration buff. It will go up to 20%, okay, which is increasing the attack of those 3 highest attacker allies in our line. So, where does he fit in the game? Where do we use him? I mean, we can see here that it is a wide heal. It's also rather long there as well, that seemed. I am talking about his range, okay? Nothing else. Sand's Bestowal. Now, again, whenever an ally in range receives AoE damage, their received healing is increased by 10% for 10 seconds. This effect can be triggered one time every 40 seconds. Obviously, the effect duration is increased, the trigger interval is reduced, and the received healing is increased as well. But this is the big one, okay? This is the skill where people should be really thinking, okay, that could be massive. Now, Sand Aegis applies AoE damage reduction to all allies in range. 20% increase here, 5% on the base. So it is a 25% reduction to AoE damage. All right, this isn't the same as what Sadie does. She does physical and magical. This is AoE damage reduction, which means it will stack with Sadie's ultimate as well. All right, so now you're with me. The potential here could be huge. Now, currently, in the current state of the game, the main place that Ferssi will be used is definitely Immortal Codex, okay? If we place him in a nice little area, he has a huge attack range, spreading right across the board. Everyone is going to be inside of that damage reduction. And remember, there is no cooldown on this. This is active the entirety of the map. So 25% less damage reduction is huge. When we're stacking that later on with some heavy hits with Sadie, that is going to be, you know, a game changer. That is going to be a game changer. But why do I think potentially Ferssi could become one of the big healers in the game? Purely because we don't know what content's to come. Who are we to say they're not going to bring out another stage which is purely based around a lot of AoE damage, where we're having to sacrifice or bring in other heroes to deal with that, where Ferssi could deal with that on his own. We do notice in this game that a lot of heroes are set to certain points of content, and I do think they have plans for Ferssi. I really do. It does have an 18 cost. Revival time is 60. Let's have a little look at his Awakens. Awaken 1, when Sans Bestowal is triggered, restore health equal to 40% of Ferssi's attack for the target as well. That's nice. Awaken 2, attack plus 300. Awaken 3, the trigger interval of Sans Bestowal reduces by 5 seconds. A Rage Regen, and Awaken 5 increases healing multiplier by 20% for 10 seconds after receiving AoE damage. Again, really trying to cement the AoE damage reduction with the healing as well. But the fact is, they have stated it as AoE damage, and that is huge for Immortal Codex. We all know it right now, especially in the healing section of it. But how good will Ferssi actually be? Like I said, right now, not massive, but it will be massive for an Immortal Codex team. But other content, not quite so much. So right now, people may feel a little bit sad about pulling Ferssi. Are thinking, well, it doesn't actually do much for my team. But hold faith, because in a month, 2 months, 3 months, there may be enemies bringing in a lot more AoE damage specifically. So be paying attention to that. I would be happy to pull a Ferssi. I may even do a little pull on this, but I'm actually in quite a good place with healers right now. However, that would really boost my Immortal Codex damage. And again, future content. But I really need a few more attackers, and that is what I'm really saving for. And I don't need Hex. If I didn't need Hex, I would be very happy pulling on this banner, because having Ferssi and Hex as well would be nice. But I'm in 2 minds if I should pull or not. However, I do think Ferssi is going to be great in the future. For now, it's great for Immortal Codex. That's the only place I can see him being used. What do you think? Do you think he's going to be good? I mean, this Sand Aegis is huge AoE damage reduction. Let me know your thoughts on it. And that is pretty much it for this video. Obviously, the Ancient Summoning is on this weekend as well, and you get a grand prize chance to win whatever the prize will be. We don't know what the prize is yet, but there will be a prize for those big spenders getting their summons in, so we'll just see what happens with that. But we've covered what's on the special Divine Summoning. Obviously, Hex is massive, absolutely massive. Doesn't even need an introduction. If you don't have him, you want him, okay? Just a huge, huge hero. And Ferssi, currently niche, potentially great. Potentially great. That's how I'm going to call this one. So I'll see all of you in the next video. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and comment below to help this channel grow. Take care. Have a fantastic day, even wherever you are. Goodbye.